Hello，大家好，我係 Sue Marguerite. Thank you for joining me here on my little Cantonese corner. 今日2019年5月5號星期日. So today it's Sunday, May 5th, 2019, and thank you guys so much for being patient with me. As you can tell, I'm not in my little usual Cantonese corner because we've moved and I'm now in my new place, which means that I can do videos for you guys all the time. So this is a wonderful development, and I'm sorry I didn't post a video to keep you up to date on what was going on, but it's been absolutely crazy these last couple of weeks, months even, but now getting more settled into the routine. I'm looking at getting a proper whiteboard instead of my crinkly, wrinkly sheets, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with the sheets or go with the whiteboard. I don't know yet, I'm still deciding. But I'm so happy to be here in a place where I can just record whenever I want to, keep everything set up, and it's gonna be so much more convenient for me to do videos. Another development is that I am actually working on a proper course for you guys, because I think that I've heard from a lot of you that you can't get the books anymore that I recommend, and you seem to like the way I teach, so I thought, okay, let me put some effort and time into doing a proper course, and it's been hard to carve that time out, but I'm doing that. I hope to have the first lessons up on teachable.com toward the end of this month, or definitely by the start of summer, which is not too long after the end of the month. So look for that, and I'll be talking about that more. That doesn't mean to say I'm not going to be doing YouTube videos, but I thought the YouTube videos could be more of a bit of not just fun, but a bit of bringing different aspects of Cantonese into a conversation, for example, like I'm having today. I thought it would be interesting to do the common Chinese surnames, and from that we can learn a little bit more about Chinese and go off on the tangents like we usually do. Okay, so let's take a look. 5 common Chinese surnames are on the board, and number 1 is Chan. Okay, Chan is written like this, and it is pronounced in Cantonese as Chan. Now remember, Yale in China, the H is a low tone. It doesn't make any, there's no sound to the H. It just denotes a low tone. And that mark there shows us it's low falling. Okay, so Chan, okay? The Chan. For example, a famous person with the last name Chan is Jacky Chan. And his name, his birth name, is actually Chan Gong Sang. Chan Gong Sang. Now, this Chan Gong Sang, if you ask people, oh, do you know who Chan Gong Sang is? They probably don't know, because he doesn't usually go by his birth name. He goes by Seng Long, which is his name that most people know him by. Seng Long is Jacky Chan, Seng Long is the same. But Chan Gong Sang, people may not know, but that was his birth name. I chose to use Jacky Chan for this example because the Gong, do you have any other place you may have heard the Gong? Well, if you're in Hong Kong or you know how to say Hong Kong in Chinese, Hong Kong is the same character and the same pronunciation as his middle character, Gong. Okay, actually I should tell you guys, you probably know if you've been learning Chinese, but Chinese surnames always come first, which is unlike English, because our surname goes after, right? In Cantonese it always comes first, so that's why we're saying Chan Gong Sang, because a Chan will come first. Gong is like Hong Kong, and also Gong, Gong Ye. Gong is speak, a different character but the same pronunciation. So Gong, and then Sang, like Sangwood. Sang is also the character used most commonly. You'll see it in Xin Sang, Mr., or Hok Sang. The pronunciation Sang is a little bit different. This pronunciation in his name, same character but pronounced Sang. Okay, Sang, Chan Gong Sang. Or Seng Long, okay? Seng Long is his stage or his name that everyone knows him by, and the Seng is successful, the Long is dragon. Okay, so now we're gonna get to the dragon again in just a minute, okay? But first, second popular surname is Li, which in Cantonese is pronounced as Lei, the low rising Lei, okay? Lei. Yes, if you're thinking of you, Lei, different character, but the same pronunciation, but with an N sound properly. Nei is you in Cantonese, right? Most often pronounced as lei. So same pronunciation, different characters, which I'll subtitle down below so you can see. Okay, so Bruce Lee is one very famous person with the surname Li, and his name, now this is not his birth name, but again, we're going to get back to that dragon. His stage name, or the name that he took for himself, is Lei Xiu Long. Okay, Lei Xiu Long. So the Lei, low rising, Xiu, mid rising, Long. Down at the bottom there, low falling, Long, which means dragon. Xiu, Xiu Xiu, Xiu Xi, Xiu Jie, Xiu Mon Wei. Sounding familiar? This Xiu means little. Okay, so little dragon, Li, little dragon. Kind of, the dragon is a very powerful character in Chinese, and so Lei Xiu Long is Bruce Lee's name that he chose for himself because dragon is, and so Sing Long, the same Long, dragon as well for Jackie Chan's stage name Sing Long and Lei Xiu Long. Okay, the Long is dragon, but where have you also heard it? If you're in Hong Kong, Gao Long, Gao Long, Gao, 9 Long is Kowloon. Okay, Kowloon's side is Gao Long. So that's where the dragon comes in there. Alrighty. Number 3. In English, we most often pronounce this as Cheung or Cheung. I would say Cheung, Cheung. In Cantonese, it's pronounced the high falling Cheung, Cheung. 2 people who have that famous surname, Leslie Cheung. Okay, Cheung Got Wing. Cheung Got Wing is sadly no longer with us. Yeah, really sad. A number of years ago, he passed away. And if you don't know or want to look up Leslie Cheung. He was very famous in the 80s and the 90s, singing, acting, and just a very good looking Hong Kong guy. So Leslie Cheung, Cheung Guo Wing. Okay, so the Cheung is the high falling Cheung, Guo. Now you'll notice the GW, Guo. Sound familiar? Where do you know this character from? Guo means country, okay, and properly pronounced as the Guo with the GW kind of sound, Guo, Guo. But in the lazy pronunciation, I'm not calling you lazy if you do this, it's what everybody does, is just Go, right? Go, Guo, or Go. So Cheung Got Wing is his name, Go is country, and the Wing, okay, is the low falling Wing, okay? Cheung Got Wing is Leslie Cheung. And Jacky Cheung, or Jacky Cheung, is Cheung Ho Yao. Cheung Ho Yao. So Cheung Ho Yao is one of the 4 Canto kings of Canto pop. Also, you know, they all kind of act/sing, but he's known for his singing. I would say definitely more for his singing. He's still singing. He's delved into a lot of different genres, and it's pretty cool. So Cheung Ho Yao is Jacky Cheung, and his middle and last name here, the Ho, just the low tone Ho. Sound familiar? You should know it if you are learning anything, because Ho is to learn. Okay, so Ho Hao is school, Hok Sang, same character but different pronunciation. So Hok Sang is student. Okay, so you, Lei, is a student of Cantonese, right? You're learning Ngo Hokan Guangdonghua. I'm learning Cantonese, Ho. Okay, so same character as the Ho that you learn is his name. And this Yao, now Yao, you must know this character, right? If you've watched any of my videos, Yao, the character in his name with the pronunciation Yao is friend, right? Pang Yao, right? Pang Yao. It also is the same sound but different character as have. So 我有10個兄，我有10個係啦，我有10個兄弟姊妹。I have 10 brothers and sisters. True fact, I do have 10 brothers and sisters. 有, but it's a different character. This one is the friend, right? So Jacky, Cheung, learning, or friend. Okay. The next one, number 4, is Wong. Now this one is probably closest to how you pronounce it in Cantonese as well, because it's just the low tone Wong, right? Wong. Okay, so Michael Wong is my chosen example of a famous person with the last name Wong, and he is Wong Man Da. Wong Man Da. So Wong Man Da. Okay, and Wong Man Da. This Da, does it sound familiar? If you're learning and people are saying Da, Da La, tak da la, that means okay. But it's not this character for the that meaning okay. This that is for a country. Have you learned your countries in Cantonese? Which country is tak guo? We're going to use this guo. We're using this guo and this that. Tak guo is which country? If you said Germany, you're right. Okay, tak guo is Germany in Cantonese, and this is the character used in his name. It's used in Germany as well. Okay. Next one is ho in English. In Cantonese, it's pronounced as ha. The low falling ha. And oh, I could tell you, like, you know, ha sang. Ha sang is Mr. Ho. Ha xin sang, or can be shortened to sang. So ha sang is Mr. Ho. Ha tai tai, Mrs. Ho. Ha xiu zhe, Miss Ho. Okay, same for these. Chen sang is Mr. Chan. Chen tai tai, Mrs. Chan. Chen xiu zhe, Miss Chan. Forgot what I was talking about. Lei xin sang, Lei tai tai, Lei xiu zhe. Cheung sang, Cheung tai tai, Cheung xiu zhe. Right? And Wong sang, Wong xin sang, Wong tai tai, and Wong xiu zhe. That's your Mr., Mrs., and Ms. or Miss. Okay? So same for Ha. Ha is another popular surname. And my chosen famous person is Stanley Ho. Stanley Ho is a casino mogul. He's king of the casinos in Macau. And he, this year, I think is 93. So he's getting up there in age. Fascinating life history and story. If you don't know who Stanley Ho is, Google him, because, well, any of these people, definitely Google them. But Stanley Ho, his Chinese name is Ho Hong Sun. Ha Hong Sun is Stanley Ho's Chinese name. Okay? Let's see. Ha Hong Sun. I don't know if these really, I'm not sure if you would have heard of any of Hong and Sun. They're quite complicated characters, as I will show you in the subtitles. And I just really like Stanley Ho. I don't know if I like him, but I think that he was a really good person to use for the surname Ho. Okay? So I hope that this was a little bit interesting and helpful. And again, I'm so happy to be doing these videos. I'm so happy to be working on proper lessons for you guys, that I'll keep you abreast of the developments in that as we go along. Also resources I'm working on, because I just don't think that there's, it's just frustrating when you can't, when I've got these here, I have them, but you guys don't have them. So I thought, well, why don't I put them together myself and make them available. So that's what I've been working really hard on, in addition to work and moving to this awesome flat that we have, where I can actually now have a dedicated space for our lessons. So I hope that, again, this was helpful. If you do like what you see, subscribe to the channel and like the video, and I will see you again here on my little Cantonese corner. Bye!